Hello everybody, this is Toyzaros, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Xtransbots. This is their first venture, I believe, into the Legends scale figures. This is #1 Pocket Warriors Guardian Fuzz. So I'm pretty sure that you can tell already that this is a third-party version of this particular figure, which unfortunately does have, yes, a lot of sun fade on him, but that's it. It is in fact a different version of Streetwise. So in this video I'm going to show you both of his modes. I'm going to show you, I suppose, just how articulate he is. We will of course do some comparisons with the original Streetwise figure, along with a load of other, I suppose, third-party Legends figures as well, and some newer figures, and of course some mainline ones, just to give you an idea of how big this guy is. So a couple of things: if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. And the other thing is I need to thank Shozy, because that's where this came from, and as you can see, it came to me nice, quickly and safely. Now the first thing that surprised me about this was the packaging it came in. This is absolutely tiny. It really is small. It's probably only just a little bit bigger in length, maybe not width, than a credit card. In all honesty, it really is small. I suppose to give you an idea of just how small the box was, it's about as big as your regular release core class figure. Now, not the core class packaging, just the figure that is inside it. Now, I don't tend not to have much luck with Xtransbots. I think that the transformation processes are absolutely ridiculous, whereas this one, I've got to be honest, isn't too bad. However, it would have helped if there was instructions, because all that came inside my package is exactly this. You just got the clamshell he was in. There was a loose gun hanging around, which is there, and indeed he was in a little package. Now, I was kind of hoping that these were the instructions there, but they're not. That just takes you straight to Xtransbots Weibo page. So a little bit disheartening that there's no transformation process. However, I have uploaded a separate tutorial video for you, because even though this guy is tiny, when I turn him around to the back, you can probably make out that he is really quite intricate. So I might as well just show you very quickly the gun, like so. Oh, this is as basic as it comes, to be fair. It looks like it doesn't look like a Streetwise weapon, actually, to be fair. It reminds me of I can't think, it's one of the Constructicons. It looks very much like that. Anyway, there's the little gun. The figure itself, though, looks kind of bland. You can of course put Autobot logos if you want on them. The head itself is quite detailed, to be fair. When you look at it, as I say, close up, you can make out the mouth and the nose. The eyes, of course, are a different colour, and the red, to be fair, the paintings on it's pretty good. It's not as if it's all splashed out over the sides, etc. You've got full articulation. It'll go up and down, it'll look all the way around, and he'll also look up and down. The arms will do a full, yep, they're very stiff, but they will do a full T. They will rotate all the way around as well. Just make sure you don't catch the wing mirrors. You can swivel beneath the shoulder. There's near enough a double. Is it near enough double? You can see the sort of like two hinges there on the biceps. There is no wrist swivel though, however. That's quite unusual for Legend scale figures. Even them usually have them. This is just because of the transformation process. There is a waist swivel. There is, though, even though this is crazy, look, there's an ab crunch. So there's an ab tilt. Is there an ab rock? No, there's not an ab rock. The arms, you see the upper body's fully articulate. The legs do kick forward. This hip skirt is attached to the leg. It doesn't come away separately, but you've got a great range of motion with these. You can kick all the way back up, the full knee bend, and kick all the way forward. So there you go. You can go past the splits if you want to. And if we move the arms out of the way, you can go. Can you do splits that way? No, you can't. You're restricted ever so slightly to that. You've still got a full knee bend, and you've still got an ankle tilt, rock, and full-on maneuver anyhow. So yes, that's a ridiculous amount of articulation for such a small figure. But again, that also reflects in the price. This is of course by the price in the UK of, I'd say, nearly 3 core class figures, to be fair, depending on where you purchase them from. So again, it's one of them cases if you get what you pay for. Now, unfortunately, as I say, this guy is very sun bleached. I didn't realize how bad he was until now, but he's not much bigger than him. He's not much bigger than him at all. So that means with regards to scale and size, we've got a G1 Bumblebee there, and we've got a G1 Prime as well. So you can see he scales really well with Generation 1 figures, which I know is not the designed idea, to be fair. I believe it is to scale. I presume they're going to be starting their own range, obviously, with this being #1 of Legend scale figures, but he is quite a bit smaller than some of the others. So we've got Mechanic Studios there, which is of course one of the well, I think it's a sister company from Doctor Who. We've got New Age there. We've got Magic Square there. I've got Iron Factory there, so you can see, do you know what, he pretty much does scale really well with them. The ones that he won't scale with, and that's because they're completely different, is your Doctor Who figures. However, if none of this makes any sense to you, and before I started doing the reviews on these, I did only collect mainline myself, so let me give you an idea of mainline figures. So there's your deluxe figure. Here is a Voyager class. I could just about, I would imagine, looking at this, just about fit a leader class in. And we've already seen a core class, but I've got a couple more here as well. So yeah, just a little bit bigger than core class. Is it a bit like an old legend? No, it is. It's just a little bit bigger than core class. So quite a bit bigger than a Micromaster. That gives you an idea, obviously, of his size. So I think I've covered most of the toy lines there that people will be collecting. So you should have an idea of how big he is. The only one that I've missed out, purely, and I'm just going to do it because it's here, it's not normally, but there's full MP scale, so nowhere near MP scale. I can pop, as I say, the gun into his hands like so, and then we can fully pose him wherever we want. But to be honest, there's not really much more to say about him in this particular mode. Let's come back and have a quick look at him in his alternate mode. So then, back for the final time within his alternate mode, and as you can see, this guy is tiny. Now I believe it's 1/64th scale, if that means anything to anybody. I just thought I'd share that with you. And once again, it is super basic. The light beam on it, by the looks of it, is, I know it might come off, but I don't want to do that. I wasn't expecting it to be fair. I thought it was completely fixed on, but I did manage to get my nail underneath it. I believe these are about the sort of same size as like your little Matchbox or your Hot Wheels cars, because it is, funnily enough, quite a bit smaller now he's in his alternate mode than the original G1 Streetwise. So I suppose again it just shows you how clever these figures are. If you remember, the robot mode was taller and now the alternate mode is that little bit smaller. I love how they do that with figures, to be fair. And once again, just to remind you, the transformation process is separately uploaded, and I'm actually pleased to say that for a Xtransbots figure, I know it's only a small one, I didn't want to tear my hair out with it. It's quite fun. In fact it's really good, to be fair. It's quite clever. It's not overly taxing, and it is exactly that. It is really smart. Now the gun does attach, you can see in that cutout underneath, so you can, if you want to, pop it into, he says, that cutout there, and then it doesn't hinder anything at all. These will roll backwards and forwards, no issues whatsoever. There's obviously the silver on the wheels, the black tires, so the trims are there. There's the sheriff's badge on the side. There's nothing else really on there. I mean, the backlights look okay. It's, yeah, better than obviously the original one. Not much going on with it. Now I did double check this just to make sure I didn't look daft. So when I got them on my boxed ones, and no, the original Streetwise gun is very different to what that particular gun was. That one really does look like a Constructicons one, so it's very different to that there. With regards to, again, to size, I've got a G1 Bumblebee there, which is obviously tiny, but he's quite big with regards to that. That is a Takara World's smallest transformer. Red Alert, as he was known. That is your normal Earthrise Micromaster, which, to be honest, is not much smaller at all. I've got a couple of other figures here. I've got some standard deluxe figures, but these are going to tower over these ones now, especially Dragstrip. Dragstrip is going to be huge compared to him, which you can see there. And then I suppose just for another quick G1, there's Boss. And then, even though this is again just purely for scale, not for display ideas, there's an MP Trailbreaker, which of course he's just way bigger than. It really is a lot bigger than it. Funnily enough, I've got a New Age Grimlock in alternate mode there. So yeah, these are really small, surprisingly good. In fact, as I say, I'm pleasantly surprised with this, for the fact that it is really clever transformation, and it was, as I say, quite easy to do it. And also, just again, they've really managed to package these up in tiny little boxes. I'm obviously expecting to get the other 4 Predictobots, and it'll be really interesting to see indeed what they do look like. But there you go, guys. This is a very quick review of a Xtransbots Legend scale. I believe it's their first attempt at it, and I'm very impressed with it. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, guys. Take care.